Okay, I had a difficult time removing the trim from around my stereo in my 2007 Kia Sedona, so I'm going to make this video and hopefully make it a little bit less stressful for people following me. I'm not going to go into great detail, but I can show you where to pull and where not to pull. So the first thing to do is, of course, to remember you got to remove the negative terminal from your battery before you get started on anything that involves wiring. I also followed the directions that came with my Crutchfield radio that suggested you pry out this little shift lock release cover and poke what's in there with a tiny screwdriver so you can move the shifter down to the bottom position. It doesn't look like that was actually necessary, but I don't know, maybe it turns out that it did help to have it in the lowest position. Removing the trim involves a bunch of tugging on thin plastic pieces, and it's really going to feel like you're about to break your trim, but in most cases you can just go ahead and yank on it until it comes loose. To get started, I started pulling right here on the lower right hand corner because I could stick my hand into this ashtray bin and just tug up on this brown faux wood piece until you get one of the corners loose, and then work your way around the edge up here and all the way around up here as well. The very top corners gave me the most trouble. Try not to let the bottom part lift up too much before you start working on the top corners, so you're less likely to break something. Once you're able to get all of the clips to yank off, really you just need to get your trim tool or your fingers or your screwdriver under there. Ideally a trim tool, or I actually ended up using my fingers just because a screwdriver seemed like it would really mess up the plastic here. Anyway, once you get all those clips to release by yanking on the edges, this whole piece will just lift out. There is one little wiring harness that you need to disconnect, and that's it. Once that thing is off, you can undo 2 screws in the next piece of the trim. There's one right here, and there's one right here. Once you get those off, then you do the same thing around this other piece of faux wood. So just pry and work your way up. As you do so, this whole piece is going to start to come loose. When you get up to the top, you might start wondering whether it's screwed down up here, and it is not. But this other plastic piece in the top of the dash is screwed down, so you don't want to pry that up until you get the rest of this black or this darker trim off. So anyway, yeah, just work your way around, prying as you go, each side, and then once you've gotten to the top, this whole thing is going to lift out like so, including the vents, including the radio up there, and yeah, it all comes out after some amount of difficulty. Again, I just had one wiring harness that needed to be disconnected. I guess if you've got a different package than I do, then you might have more or fewer connections. Anyway, I don't know how things are going to go from here, but it looks like I can get at all the screws that I need to from here on out, and hopefully won't be as stressful as that first part. And I hope it goes smoothly for you.